All right, so this is one of the most pathetic things to have happened within the RCBI. Go run to Dubai, get a residency there, do a bunch of stuff, and think that this is some sort of a plan B protection. This is exactly, in my opinion, the opposite. This is not an immigration advice, but this is common sense, in my opinion. One of the worst combinations that you can strike. And we knew this, right? This is nothing new. I've been talking about this. I've been covering this strategically. Why this is one of the most pathetic things to do, in my opinion. Now, what's very concerning here is that a person from an Asian country that does not allow dual citizenship, again, thinking that this is going to be kept private, applied for a Caribbean passport. In this case, it's Grenada. And then once, obviously, right or wrong, what he is doing, whether it's right, wrong, what the government is doing, what he is doing, that combination, we don't want to get into all of that mess, right? Here we're talking about, irrespective of who is right, who is wrong, any of that nonsense. Sometimes some countries persecute people rightly and wrongly. So we don't want to discuss those matters. Here, the question is of a country claiming that the citizens' names, the information, the data is going to be kept secret. And then you go and confirm their citizenship, their nationality, disclose it to all international organizations. Sometimes goes against, or often, or most of the times, would go against the person, the victim or the culprit, whatever you may call it. It's obviously going to bust him. It's going to screw his chances inside of his home country. So he's maybe gotten this option thinking that it's going to be kept private. It's going to be kept under the wraps, but it's exactly the opposite. It's gone and published on all the databases. Now, this is done indirectly sometimes where, let's say, there's due diligence going on and you're publishing the client's sensitive information to a bunch of these companies, which then go on and get blacklisted. Who knows what they're doing with this information? Maybe they're supplying it to government entities internally. Maybe they're selling the information for whatever nefarious purposes that they might be up to. So that's the illegal way, or let's say that's the indirect way that this data gets leaked. And the more direct way is the government directly confirming, all right, here you go. You have some bad information about this person. Here we are naming him. In certain cases, passports have been terminated, citizenships have been revoked. In this case, this person is Nang Ong from Myanmar or Burma. That's the place where he comes from. Again, Burma doesn't allow dual citizenship, just like its neighbors in that region. And there was a Dubai leak in 22-23, and his name came out, right? So a lot of people will purchase some shady passport, and I'm not saying all Caribbean passports or all schemes are bad, but some schemes are absolute bullshit, right? You buy the passport, let's say you go to Dubai, you safeguard your assets illegally, right? You try to hide them from your draconian, in some cases, draconian home country regime. This is not the right way of doing things, right? You use the right tools and technologies to do things correctly. But if you're using the absolute worst tools that are actually meant to get you caught, right? There's US, there's UK, there's Europe, all designing some of these options. So here you have a Dubai leak, which confirms the nationality, the person in question. Then the CBI countries, some of the countries would disclose or reveal or confirm that you have that passport. Then obviously your home country is going to bust you. International companies are going to sanction you. Then the place where you got the passport for Plan B security is going to prosecute you. So you're going to get completely finished if you're going to use any of these illegal means. And I'm not saying all the programs are bad. Some programs might be okay. I'm going to discuss when a Caribbean passport absolutely makes sense and the kind of people that should think about a Caribbean passport. But in this particular scenario, obviously it does not make any sense. You have the leak, you have the confirmation, and then they're busted. Some of these due diligence chiefs are international criminals, right? They abscond, then they get caught, and it's a complete mess in certain cases. Now, a lot of people are hobbyists, and I get it. Now, a lot of people collect stamps. Now, a stamp is used to mail something, right? You use stamps normally to mail things out. Why is someone supposed to collect stamps? Are they crazy? No, it's a hobby. It's a legit hobby. You collect stamps. You have a book of stamps. Similarly, I think collecting passports could be a hobby. It's a weird hobby, and we're not questioning the logic behind this. A hobby is a hobby is a hobby. And let's say you're a hobbyist and you like collecting passports, you like having the numbers, you want to show off the number of citizenships that you possess. Yes, you can purchase all 5. In that case, I would say yes. Adding the numbers, this kind of thing helps. In terms of access, now they get revoked. Even if they don't get revoked, it's not that they're not going to get questioned, right? If you are from a different country, you have purchased a passport, it might attract a lot of attention. Why are you purchasing? Let's say you're not from St. Lucia, but you're carrying a St. Lucia passport. They would obviously try to uncover what the real deal is. So if you're okay with those kind of fancy things happening to you, then yes, absolutely. Then this works for some of the access issues. Overall, I would not recommend this as an access solution. It could draw a lot more headaches than it solves, right? What are some of the good solutions? Some of the good solutions are under the radar Swift residencies, places where you can actually go to, enjoy your time, have a residency. The residency gives you a lot of protections in a lot of countries. They're good residencies, and then eventually you turn these into natural citizenships without attracting any spotlight, without appearing shady. Maybe you're completely clear, you're completely normal, you're looking for genuine plan B options, and that is where you strike natural residencies, get rich citizenships, look like a legit naturalized citizen, not a pay for a passport shady customer like some of these dubious characters are. And that's when you're going to be fully protected. Now, what are some of the options? In Latin America, you have Mexico, Dominican Republic, Guatemala, Honduras, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, Chile. Those are good options. Brazil is a good option. A lot of my viewers and subscribers have been asking me for more content on Brazil. In Asia or the Middle East, I think if you're really looking for an immediate CBI, an immediate passport, then Egypt or Turkey is not as bad as, let's say, some of the Caribbean options. They're still okay comparatively, although I feel Turkey could be a headache for certain type of people, so try to stay away from that. Egypt, I mean, it really depends upon extreme situations. If you desperately need a citizenship for something, then maybe Egypt could be an option. Other one that I particularly think is better is Cambodia. Again, we're doing a comparative analysis. It's not a good solution. It's not the best solution, but in emergency circumstances, Cambodia is obviously, in my opinion, better than Egypt or Turkey. It's more neutralized. It's more livable. It provides more security, more safety, less hassle. Best of the best, in my opinion, is Malta CBI. It's not an immediate citizenship. You're talking about a year to 2 years to get that. So it's like a normal 2-year residency kind of option. Malta is the best, followed by Jordan if you're looking for a CBI. Other than that, from a citizenship perspective, you have Serbia, which is a great option in Europe. You have a Portugal Golden Visa, which has some exciting new developments. If you have missed my video on the new options for the Portugal Golden Visa, you can return to the library and look at one of my recent videos. There's also another flexible residency option, which is Bulgaria. Yes, Bulgaria can be obtained exactly like Portugal. Both are good options. Without residency, you can actually get your citizenship in EU, if EU is your fascination. Otherwise, as I said, there's Serbia. And at any point in time you want to discuss any of these options and get started, always click the link, book a call, and we can get you started. And to stay on top of all the latest developments and to not miss out on any of the changes, exciting changes that I cover, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.